Good morning. We're back for the next lesson. This is the last lesson of this section, and then after this will be a review over the past 3 weeks. And I really think that I'm probably going to help you on it because I don't think I was much of a very good help when I was teaching it to you, especially a couple of weeks ago. I was just not on point, and I didn't do my studying like I should have. Neither here nor there. Let's talk about adverb clauses today. I'm going to try my best not to make this as long as yesterday's lesson, but you never know. So a clause, and feel free to just stop it whenever, if you get too tired or you're just tired of messing with it, just stop it and just come back to it when you can. I am not one of those that you've got to get it done. Just do it and learn it and stop when you need to stop. Okay, so a clause is a group of words that contains a subject and a predicate. We know that. A dependent clause is a fragment that cannot be by itself as a sentence. A dependent clause begins with subordinating words. Dependent clauses are also known as subordinate clauses. Dependent clauses can act as adjective clauses, adverb clauses, or noun clauses. Adverb clauses modify verbs, adjectives, and other adverbs in the independent clause. They answer the questions where, when, how often, and to what extent, just like regular adverbs. So, here we go. When the supper was finished, the king expressed a wish. Okay, here we go. So, the independent clause, when the king, the king expressed a wish is your independent clause. That can stand by itself. This is your dependent clause, when the supper was finished. That can't be by itself. So your word when is the word that's bringing these two, that I guess you might say it's dependent upon this sentence, this clause. So the king expressed a wish when the supper was finished. All right, see how they've put that word there. Okay, so adverb clauses can be introduced by adverbs. Common adverbs that introduce these clauses, words such as, and then all of its words that go to it, as if, as soon as though, as if, how, however, when, whenever, whence, we never use that word, where, whereat, whereby, wherein, wherefore, whereon, while, and whither. I'll see some in there that we don't use very often, but we may come across them. So these are adverbs that often introduce these clauses. A subordinating conjunction, which is what I've been calling all of them, joins unequal words or groups of words. So here we have an honest enemy is better than an agreeable coward. An honest enemy is better than an agreeable coward. I don't know why they put that there, but nonetheless they did. So than is a subordinating conjunction. They've used to put these two clauses together. Subordinating conjunctions and subordinating correlative conjunctions often join an adverb clause to an independent clause. So here are some common subordinating conjunctions. After, although, as or as soon as, because, before, if, in order that, lest, since, though, till, unless, until, although or though, yet still, if then. All right, so here we go. Because she loves Korean food, dependent clause. My aunt taught me to cook kimchi. All right, this is your subordinating conjunction, making this a dependent clause. And here's how they diagram it. So, my aunt taught me, this is your indirect object. To cook is an infinitive acting as a direct object. Okay, so my aunt taught who or what? Taught what to cook to whom? Me. Independent. Not independent. What am I thinking of? Indirect object. All right, and then you have the second part of the sentence. She loves Korean food. And then you've got your conjunction right here, subordinating conjunction, conjuncting the two sentences. Okay, so here we have, I will put 6 plates on the table unless our neighbors are also coming for dinner. So let's go ahead and mark this sentence right quick. So I had to, now these sentences, I do not have these in the teacher book, so I had to do my homework before I started the lesson. So let's go ahead and do this. So we'll put, it's our verb, I is our subject. Now, our conjunction is unless. Now, I will put 6 plates on the table unless our neighbors are also coming for dinner. Now, those are two, I guess you'd call those independent clauses. So I will put plates as our direct object. On the table is a prepositional phrase. Over here, are coming for dinner, prepositional phrase, neighbors. Okay, so we have it labeled. So now let's put it where it goes. All right, so I, and we'll put direct object goes here is plates. How many? 6. Okay. On the table. Now, this is where our conjunction goes, our word that's bringing these two clauses together. I bet you could finish this yourself. I wish I had a quicker way to do this, but I don't. All right, there we go. It's done. Hope that makes sense to you. The task is difficult if you do not take care. The task is linking. Difficult is a PA. If is your conjunction, not your subordinating conjunction. Your next clause is you, do, take. Not is an adverb. And then care is the direct object. That's easy enough. So they saved the long one for us. So let's do it. All right, so now that is our conjunction. So was is our verb. She was confident is a PA. Okay, and then could reach is our verb here. She could reach. Top is your DO. Now, I have a sneaking suspicion that you can probably diagram that sentence pretty easy right here. Why don't you go ahead and pause it, and then I'll go over it and make sure you got it right. Okay. She, I'm not going to write it in, it takes too long, was confident that she could reach top the of mountain the. Okay, I hope that made sense to you. I hope you could follow that. All right, the next one. He sprinted quickly as though he were being chased by monsters. Here's our as though. That's our little phrase here. So he sprinted quickly as though he were being chased, that whole thing right there is a verb phrase, and then by monsters is a prepositional phrase. So again, they've saved us the long one. The judge spoke severely because the attorney was not paying attention. Okay, because is our conjunction, our subordinating conjunction. So judge, okay, spoke, judge. Now, this is not a direct object. This is an adverb telling how he spoke. So this would just go under here. Remember too, ly lets us know that. Then over here, was paying is our verb. Not is an adverb that goes under it. Attorney is the subject. And then attorney was not who or what. Attention would be your direct object, because that's what he was not doing. Now, if you would, again, see if you can diagram that sentence. Okay, you should have the judge spoke severely because the attorney was paying not attention. Okay, I hope that makes sense. All right, so right here they were actually kind and they did both of these for us. I will wait where I am. I will wait where I am. That one almost seems a little bit too easy, doesn't it? This one, okay, this is kind of like, what we've been doing. Now, this one actually is the one we've been doing. This one was the one we've done, I guess we were doing this yesterday, or the last lesson. So, I had marked the ground where I waited at the place where I had marked the ground. So, where here, this is going to be one of those adverb phrases. So, where I had marked the ground is going to go here like that. All right. How do you know when it does that and when it does this? I couldn't tell you. I guess that's why they did that, to show you too. I guess because where I had marked the ground is the whole thing is a clause. And then where I am, I guess that's a clause too, but this tells one thing. This, that does too. So I don't know. I couldn't tell you why you do this or you do this, and my book doesn't tell me that. So I can't answer that. We'll just have to cross those bridges as we get to them. Okay, so with adverb clauses, let's do this. These sentences, we're going to underline each adverb clause, circle the subordinating words at the beginning of each clause, and label it ADV for adverb or SC for subordinating conjunction. Draw an arrow from the subordinating word back to the verb, adverb, or adjective that the clause modifies. And this comes from The Man in the Iron Mask. Okay. The countenance of Aramis darkened as the young man continued. Now, as the young man continued is our adverb clause. This is an SC. This is a subordinating conjunction telling us about this word. Okay, I can't explain that. It's just something we're going to have to just kind of learn. When you have related it, leave us. All right, our word here would be when. There's our phrase, our clause, This is adverbial. When you have related it, it's modifying this. It was dangerous because his attempts to escape were many. because is a subordinating conjunction. And this is an adverb clause telling us it is dangerous, telling us why it is dangerous. He drew the message from his pocket swiftly since the king was already rising to leave. This would be since. And that would be, I believe it would be this whole thing here, since the king was already rising to leave. And this is telling us that he rose up swiftly. Since the king has given secret orders, I no longer possess his confidence. And this is an SC, subordinating conjunction, telling us about since the king has given secret orders, this is the verb that it tells about. Can't answer the why. I can only tell you that's what it is. While these affairs were separating forever the four musketeers, Athos began to pay his tribute. A while, and I do believe this is adverbial because it kind of tells when. This is telling us while these affairs were separating forever the four musketeers, Athos began. Louis IV continued as if he had seen nothing. As if is subordinating conjunction, and it goes with continued. The moon, too, as if she had placed herself at his orders, silvered the trees and lake with her own bright and quasi-phosphorescent light. As if is subordinating conjunction. It goes here, and it tells as if she had placed herself at his orders, silvered. Okay, this luminous square decreases from 1 till 3 slowly, as if it sorrowed to bid me farewell. And the king would burn the whole building and its contents in order that it might not be made use by anyone else. Subordinating conjunction. Now, the only thing I can tell you about how to know what goes to what is because if you think really hard and long about and you focus on those words, those questions that adverbs answer, because all of these are adverbial. These are all adverb clauses that answer those questions that adverbs answer. And that was, I'm trying not to make you dizzy by going up like this. You might think I'm crazy, but it makes me that way. Let's see, where did it go? Right here. Where, when, how often, and to what extent. So all of these clauses that we've just gone through, ooh, I went way too far. Yeah, you might want to close your eyes while I'm doing it, and it makes me dizzy. Okay. Anyway, all of these phrases or clauses that we've underlined answer those questions, and that's how we know what it goes to. I just didn't take the time to ask each one, but that's basically how you know. Okay. Now 72b is descriptive clauses. So let us take a break right there, and we will pick up on the next lesson. This will be the next lesson for tomorrow, okay? Because these get quite long. So let's finish that up for the day.